time series analysis is a fantastic thing, and it comes quite naturally for machine builders. But for me, as a private person, time series analysis is maybe a bit further away. If I'm interacting with AI, it's usually ChatGPT. Johannes, can you maybe differentiate a little bit between my app on the phone and time series analysis and the whole different streams of technologies in there?
I can try to, even though you just got away from the expert, so but I'll try my best. Yeah, so in general, you're right. Two different things, a little bit the same, so because both are AI, but time series and image processing and generative AI is definitely something different. So we usually differentiate in two things. First, machine learning, classical machine learning, as we all know it, which is therefore be neural networks trained on very specific data for a very specific task or problem, and then this neural network, this AI can only do a solution or an algorithm for this problem.
Yeah.
However, generative AI is a little bit more because it's generative, so it can generate new outcomes, it can also adapt to new tasks which it never seen before. So this kind of brings a complete new possibilities what you can do with artificial intelligence.
Okay. One time for real-time decision making, non-algorithm based, you could say. The other one for generating new information, basically. How are we addressing these two streams of development?
Yeah, well, we are developing on the artificial intelligence part for quite some time. So we started the development group in 2017. Since then, we are investigating especially machine learning. We also launched a couple of products. So for example, our machine learning inference, which for TwinCAT, so the calculation of neural networks in the real time, which came to the market in 2019. And over the way, we announced some or released some new products like machine learning server, TwinCAT machine learning inference for vision, and so on. We also integrated machine learning into our own products. You know that very well as product manager for Xplanar. So the Xplanar would not fly without neural networks, right? And of course, now with the new kind of generative AI, we are also integrating the generative AI with the TwinCAT co-agent into our machines, into our control.
Yeah, with the Xplanar, it's a wonderful example because we are actually doing in less than 100 microseconds position detection of a very complex magnetic field in real time. It works absolutely beautiful, also to be seen on this on this show. But actually, why are we doing all of this?
Because we want to bring AI to our customers, of course. Because I think nowadays we don't have to tell anyone what benefits can be used by through the usage of artificial intelligence. We know this from our everyday lives. Artificial intelligence is everywhere in searching algorithms of Google, for example. When you're going on any social network, there's AI involved. And since ChatGPT, well, I don't know about you, I use it a lot. Yep. So we know the benefits of it. But at the moment, we mainly know AI from operating on digital data only. And this is something which is very cool and very helpful, but there's a next step because we are an automation company, so we automate real machines which interact with the real world, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring AI into the real physical world, so we want to do physical AI, which is also a known word nowadays, but we want to bring physical AI into the machines, into our control, to make AI to make machines better.
Yeah. And we have quite some examples here in our booth. We can see our art robot, again, you can play chess. So the AI is influencing how you play chess here, right? Or how you can win against the robot.
And it's also interacting directly with the Atro robot because it's sending comments to the Atro. Yep. So it's really interacting with the real-time control of the machine.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting use case. What kind of economic challenges are we addressing with physical AI and also with the generative AI topics which we are integrating?
Well, I would say most of the challenges that our customers have. So for, of course, a very first labor shortage, especially for skilled workers during engineering, programming, but also installation of applications, and then also the service and maintenance of machines. Of course, there AI, especially generative AI and physical AI, can help a lot by reducing the time you need for coding, reducing the time you need for service and everything like that. But what's really important always for us, because this is kind of the DNA of Beckhoff, we want to make machines more efficient. Mm-hmm. So we also want to use AI, not only to make programming more efficient, we want to make the runtime of machines and the output of machines more efficient. And this is where we really think physical AI will benefit and where they will benefit from physical AI, and that's where we want to head. Bring physical AI to the machines, make them efficient.
So a very, very interesting path which we are exploring in depth. So far we have talked a lot about software parts. What kind of influences do you see on the hardware side?
Well, of course, it changes a little bit what customers ask for. So of course the hardware, especially the PCs where we do our control with, they ask for bigger PCs with graphic cards, for example. But let's start from the beginning. So what do you need to do AI? First of all, data collection. You need to collect some data in order to train something. And we do PC-based controls since quite some time, nearly 40 years now. And PC-based control is exactly about that. One central control, one central hardware, one central software, which is collecting all the data from the machine and is processing it. And of course, we can also use those data to store it, to send it somewhere else, and to train neural networks with it. So this part is inherently done by our control philosophy. Second part, then the real-time calculation of the artificial intelligence. And therefore, again, PC-based control also means we are taking the x86 processors from Intel, AMD, and other vendors, integrating them into our PCs. And nowadays in the new developments, those processors already offer a lot of processing units for specially calculating neural networks. And then, of course, if it gets to bigger and more complex tasks, we also now offer PCs with graphic cards integrated, for example, for image processing and also for the local inference of a large language model.
Okay, so it's all integrated in the portfolio, hardware and software-wise. And thank you, Johannes. I think it's fair to say that with everything you have here on the booth, you are very well equipped for the machine of the future with AI.